Hey, what's up guys? Griggzy here, and this is another episode of my computer tutorials. Now, we're in the main screen of Minecraft 1.8.8, and I haven't gone into the world yet because I just wanted to kind of discuss with you why the series is coming to a close and also where it's going after this. Now, I've got some magenta wool here, and I've built a nice pillar up, and there's also a bit of magenta wool here, and in theory there should be some magenta wool over here, but we won't worry about over there for now. Now, the magenta wool, I have kind of labelled different areas of the computer with magenta wool. I mean, you could also put a strip of magenta wool here. Now, I'm labelling the different areas because they're things that could be changed or need updates or need finishing. So this little function, are you joking? The rain, I've just turned the rain off. As I was saying, this function here it's got a magenta block above it because it hasn't been hooked up or anything, and that is something that we need to hook up. So we'll be doing that this episode. This big strip here will also mark something. Now, we can do that now. Last episode, I was a bit stupid. I don't know why I did this. You can go back and change this on your computers now. But I don't know why I put this line in here, like that. Because I looked at this, realised it wasn't inverted, and realised what we could do is go down and power this redstone block here, because as long as we use a repeater, no signal can get anywhere. And then if we link that up there, let's just test that this works, obviously, because it would be a little bit embarrassing if it didn't. But let's just plop this down here. It goes ahead and does clear the main cell, so I think that'll work the same. We'll just check quickly. Yeah, see? So really there was no need for that little redstone torch contraption. You can just lead your wire straight down into here. Really, it's more efficient to put it in this side and just kind of lead the wires down to there. But I was lazy and just took it around here. So that's one thing that you can do. Edit your wires a little bit here and put them into here. That's the most efficient thing. I'm not going to worry about it because this thing, well, it's probably not going to be used much more. I mean, I don't use these anymore to test my own redstone capability because I've gone beyond this now. And that's also why I'm doing tutorials on it. But now you guys should be at this level as well, and there's no use for you to have it. Well, there is, obviously. It's really cool to look at, but after a while I found it kind of gets boring using and tweaking, so that's why I've moved on to this thing. Which, as you can tell, looks a tiny little bit more complicated for some weird reason. Now, this is practically what we just saw. It's exactly the same, but instead of having 3 memory cells like the last one, it's actually got 2 traditional memory cells, like my old style memory cells. Now, they're there for mainly testing and just to kind of stay with tradition, you could kind of say, you know. And it does provide some nice room for busing down here. But this guy actually has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, yeah, that's 9, I think. Hold on. 1 memory cell, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's got 10 memory cells. This thing also has 2 secondary memory cells here and here. Ta-da. Nice and compact, using redstone torches to lead them down. And also an adder found starting here and ending here. This is the 8 different RAM cells. also known as memory cells. And these are our two lone memory cells here. There are technically two more memory cells here, and also here, but they are just T flip-flop controls. And we have 16 T flip-flop style controls along the walls here, 8 for each. One side that controls RAM directories and one side that controls the main cell input and also output. The design holds 3 functions per traditional memory cell, here and here, but obviously that can contain more, just like the previous ALU. We also have 4 already wired up and working RAM functions here. I can't quite get these words out. This isn't anything cheaty, it's just a time set day, so that it's eternal day. And we obviously have quite a lot of busing around here. Ta-da! This is our main input bus. It comes down along here and then goes down here. Oopsies. It goes down along here and then up here, ready to be taken off somewhere else. And our main output bus, input output bus, they're kind of the same. This is in theory our input bus to the RAM directory, and then our output bus is down here. These are our big torches that we have on our previous ALU. It goes up to the memory cell here, and the lines go all the way down to the bottom here, and they travel quite far. They go from here all the way along here. They go over these torches and they go down here, and it goes all the way down, takes a turn to the bottom of here like that. It takes this turn because the adder design that I'm using has a shift to the left by 1 block, so I had to account that in on the lines themselves. Now this computer I kind of set out to make by myself when I got a little bit bored, and this is the outcome of it. This was no planning. I didn't plan this thing at all. So of course there are things that are too complicated, and also things that are, you could say, inefficient. Now I'm sure you've noticed the magenta wall here. Ta-da, look. Run through torches, and it says run output up torches to display the display to save space. So that magenta wall is me marking out future Griggzy when he builds this again in the tutorial to not use these lines like this, and instead to just kind of do the torches a bit better and run them up a different way. It's because in theory you can just take power from here or here straight out. So we'll see how this works out. I think another thing that I shouldn't have done is I extended the memory cell out to here before I had the input, which means I've got room here, which I suppose is good for control space, but it also means there's a lot of ugly wiring here, which I don't think I need. But this is all stuff that we need to work out when we build it next time. This only has about 1/4 of the control panel controls actually wired up to it. There's a big section of left side bus here that's clearly marked out. It really stands out because it's such a big bus area. All the way along here, all the way down here, and into the side of the RAM cells, and they're actually what are controlling the RAM directories. Which, by the way, I will explain what all of these terms mean in the there you go. I'll explain what these all mean in the tutorial that's coming up. A lot of the computer has redstone lights marked out in order to make obvious what is saved into cells and stuff, because that's often really hard to track with a machine that looks a bit like this mass of wires that this one has. Now, there's one main problem with this, well, with me, I suppose. Going on to do the next tutorial is going to be really hard for me, because I was looking at this yesterday, and I realised that this middle section here, there's a lot in here. I mean, to do with these cells, they all kind of come out of here, and then they split off in two different directions. See? They go down into here, and they also go upwards into here, and go along here, like that. Now, a lot of this, I have no clue what's happening. I really don't. If I'm honest, and I'm being completely honest, none of this middle bit makes any sense to me. I don't know how I worked this out, or how I thought this was a good idea, because really it's probably not a good idea. One of the lines I had a problem with, so I just ran it over in a zigzag pattern like that. And look, I was absolutely crazy. Because these lines were interfering with these lines, I just thought, right, okay, we'll just run it in a zigzag. I mean, this is an easy fix, but it's obviously a design fault. And a lot of, to be honest, a lot of this is a design fault. This torch doesn't go anywhere. Oh no, yeah it does, it goes up here. Okay, but as you can see, it's really complicated, and therefore it might take a while for me to work out how I want to build this next. And that may also mean that the time in which it takes me to do tutorials is a little bit longer, iffy, you know, because it's going to be quite hard. But I suppose we'll just get on and do it at some point. It shouldn't be too hard. But I'm kind of just going on about this thing now. I kind of want to go on about it a bit, because I want to stress how hard this thing is going to be to kind of catch all the information in. And I need to make sure you understand that this thing isn't even completely done yet. These lines will go off in different places and all sorts, so you know, it's going to be quite hard, and I do look forward to it though. But for now we have to work on this old boy. We've got a function to link up, and also some goodbyes to make, maybe. I need to watch a few old bits of footage. I need to watch a few YouTube videos, and also, well, YouTube videos of mine, and I need to look through old notes of this thing and just see if there's anything that I've missed out. I think there is over here. There's a design. There's something else. I know there's something else to this machine, so this probably won't be the last episode. So what I'll do is we'll just finish up this function, and then we will end the episode. So save main cell information to all cells. It's quite an easy one to link up. We just get our sign wall, and we have to link this button to this one, and this one, and this one. So we'll do that now. So what I'm going to do is just straight up link that like that, and then change this to a repeater like that. That way when we press this, it powers this line like that. Okay, I've just realised I'm not going to do it exactly like that, because that would make problems down the line. So what I'm going to do is take this out the top of here, and then I would have a separate line coming down to power this. Somewhere over here probably. There you go, I'm going to hook it up there like that, and that should reach. I'm going to do the lever test. Oh. I'm going to pop a redstone repeater there, and it will power this line just like that. Perfect. Don't forget, we also need to get to here and power these lines, so we need to somehow lead this signal over there. Okay, so that's memory cell 1 linked up. See, I just took it around and powered this line which is attached to there. And now number 2 is going down here. So what we can do is just take this signal Now, I've been trying to lead this signal from here down onto this line here, which is the memory cell 2-1 here, like that. But I've realised that if I do that, there's a possibility that when I save to memory cell 2, it will come back up the wire and power memory cell 1 as well. So sometimes you have to pick the longest option to make sure that it works and sacrifice some of your compacting of the design to make sure that you're not going to mess up the computer and stuff like that. See, this is coming back up here, and for example, imagine there was a repeater somewhere. It might go back down here and power this line, this line over here as well. And I've just realised that's memory cell 1 still. I'm going down here, that's where I'm going. Okay, so we'll just have a quick test. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but we will, we're going to find out, I suppose. So if we put a 1 in, okay, so memory cell 2 didn't work. Let's find out why. Okay, memory cell 2 didn't work because the signal doesn't go far enough. Ta-da, see? So, maybe what we'll do... you know what, we'll just put another repeater in. It doesn't really matter. It's only a control delay. It doesn't matter if that's got a 1 extra tick on it. Okay, so second test. That is this one done. So what I'm going to do is take a quartz block, put that in there like that. Perfect. These functions we don't need. Maybe one day we might, if we ever come back to this thing for what I said over there. You know what, this tutorial series will probably be ongoing. It's just it won't be very common. It might be an episode every month or something, like, you know, all the time. An episode every month or a month and a half, because this series isn't going to be my main series anymore. It's going to, of course, be the white advanced one that we were just looking at previously. For now, that's going to be the end of this episode, and this will probably be the end of regular ALU episodes. So the next episode on this particular computer will probably be in a month's time, or more, maybe less if I do find out if I've missed anything on this thing. So at the moment I'm not really too sure if the series is coming to a close, but it's definitely getting close, because as it stands there's definitely more control work that we could do, but really they're only things that you don't actually need to do. I was quite surprised about how compact this thing turned out compared to the other one, if you just take a look. And that is all down to, well, this GPU area. All of this blue wire is all doing the job of this special memory cell that we added in down here, which really has saved us a lot of work. This thing is an absolute miracle, and I've said that quite a few times throughout the series. This thing has saved us so much work. If you can automate as many things as you can in Redstone computers, then that's where your work becomes easier and the computer gets more efficient. Now, I'm going to leave this for now. We'll definitely come back to it in a different episode, but I can't guarantee when that's going to be. Now, seeing as we're coming to a close of the series, I suppose I'm going to start giving you advice and kind of long-term tips if you ever go on to create more Redstone computers or try and build your own, all sorts like that, come up with your own designs. Right, and I'm going to start giving you advice. At the end of most episodes, I'm going to try and remember to give you advice. Now, the advice for this episode, I've just got some inspiration off of what I just said. And that is, automate anything you can. Because machines tend to do a lot of things better than humans. And I think that's kind of been almost always is proved in real life. And so why can't it be proved in Minecraft? Seriously, machines and redstone contraptions in Minecraft will definitely be more efficient than the player. So, whenever you can, automate things throughout your design, and it will help you a lot in the future. And that is the future to come in building the rest of the computer, and also in making the designs more impressive, and maybe even in some circumstances more compact. Now, there's going to be, don't take this advice for everything, because there's going to be a few things that need to be manual, so don't take everything that I say quite literally. But advice for today: automate what you can, and it will benefit you. Now, for now, my name's Griggzy, and my world's not loaded in. Here he goes, there we go. I'll see you in the next episode of this one, or the advanced one, guys. Goodbye.